Hey family, we are live, broadcasting live. This is the Conversation Room 101. Make sure it's only adults in the house. I need your mind to be open, prepared, and relaxed. Welcome to our home. Take your shoes off. We got some rules we need to go over. Be kind. No cursing in the chat. If you want to curse, call in. And no shouting out other channels. That's a no-no. We got one other rule. There is no judging our guests. It will not be permitted. Zero tolerance. And if so, you want to do that, guess what? We got security. And we will escort you out. Because over here, hashtag we don't care. We're going to be one big family. We're going to laugh together sometimes. We're going to cry. But we definitely going to pray. I thank the Lord above for everything. I lift him up and give him the glory. But you guys, right now, we're going to get our popcorn. And then we're going to see what's going on. And let me just park my car. And I'll be in there in a minute. I'll see you real soon.
The Copyright Disclaimer Act. The Copyright Disclaimer Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news, reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Nora's Closet has a new name and a new website, you guys. It's called Nora's Authentic Designer Handbags. This is the grand opening. And it's open to the public. And we're going to take a look at it before anybody else do. Nora has the Jimmy Choo collection, handbags and shoes to match. Expensive, but worth the price. Guess handbag and Louis Vuitton. Guys, she's the queen of handbags. Don't be fooled. And sexy is still in. High heels, sandals, flats, and pumps. Michael Kors, Chanel, every name brand you can think of. Go over to www.tracy.com/closet/Nora915/. Nora's link is down below. Hey family. Hey Sonia Watsi says, hey pretty lady, we love you. I love you too. I love you so much. Guess what? I followed you yesterday. Ain't that what Juice Jones say? I followed you. Hey, thank you guys for coming in. Thank you, Sonia Watts, for the super chat, jumping it off. Thank you, lady. And I see Vicky up in the building. Vicky Richards is up in the building. How you doing? Thank you for supporting this channel. You guys, you're the best. Thank you, Vicky Richards. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see what we can do for you.
Thank you.
There we go.
Thank you.
Hey, I'm over here just jumping for joy. I see Danae. I see Danae up in the building. KCK is in the building. Elaine Bruner. I know I see you guys. See, there's Danae. There's Danae. There's KCK. How you doing? Thank you for the super chat. Both ladies, thank you. And Elaine Bruner's in the building. She came up in here. She says, there you go. Thank you for the super chat. Oh, and thank you, Summer. She says, I love that hair. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, ladies. I love you guys.
Thank you.
There we go.
Thank you.
Oh, my goodness gracious, you guys. Oh, my goodness. We've got a lot to talk about. I am going to open up the panel, you guys, the platform for anybody. I know you guys been watching the news. Okay. Thank you, Brenda. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Elaine. Who else? Let me see, because thank you, Dorothy. Thank you. And retired nurse, thank you. You guys, Lady Bird, thank you. Summer, thank you. Ooh, I'm gonna give these are not braids, but I'm gonna give me some braids. So I was gonna put my own stuff down, but just taking care of business all day today, you guys. Thank you very much. I see another family in here. She said, love you guys. You gotta love us. You gotta love us. We love you too. Thank you for the super chat, Rhonda. Thank you very much. Thank you for the super chat. You guys, let's see here. Let's do it.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. All right. I think I see. Oh my goodness gracious. I don't know if I got a late one or what's going on. I think I got you, Elaine Bruner. Got you up in there. There you go. All right, you guys, we got a lot. I know everybody's excited that, we were feeling all down and all in our feelings and everything. I said, you guys go knock on them doors. Go call them phone. People be like, don't be calling. What you calling for? I mean, hey, it is what it is. Whew. Okay, you guys, let's talk about some of this news that's going on. Now, I don't know if you guys follow. We usually put it up, but I know everybody's been following, and I haven't had time because I've got a lot of stuff that I'm trying to take care of and get those phone calls. I'm waiting on a phone call right now. So, you guys, we were trying to get something together. You guys, we're going to talk about it real quick. And whatever you guys want to talk about, let's talk about it. But I was trying to think, and I don't know, this is just something that we trying to see. But if anybody remember Purple CB, if you guys know Purple CB, well, she went out looking for Braylon Noble down there in well, I would say up there in Toledo, Ohio. And she had offered, she said, hey, SP, I'll go. I'll go. I mean, we just need a ticket and I'll go. And I'm like, well, I don't know. We're gonna juggle it around. And so we're gonna try to see if we can do something of that nature. If everybody's interested. Now, see, y'all calling in, I ain't even told y'all the rules and regulations yet. But hold on. This is SP. Go ahead.
Yes, I had told you before
Uh-huh.
that there was something really weird about Jacqueline's so-called mother.
Uh-huh.
Well, somebody else went and interviewed her yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a video of the interview,
Mm-hmm.
and they know she's lying. They know she's lying. And I told you that before. And I think I can't prove it. So I'm not even going to say that I can prove it. But I think them boys are at 1700 Greenhaven, Bakersfield. Somebody should go to that house and take a look.
You think them boys is at 1700 Green what? Greenhaven, Bakersfield?
Yes, ma'am.
Why do you think they're at 1700
Because
Greenhaven?
that's where Eileen and her husband have a house in Bakersfield.
Okay.
And I've always suspected her. And something else is weird, too. When they went to Jacqueline's mom's house during the interview,
Mm-hmm.
they seen signs of Satan worship at her house.
Mm-hmm.
If you read Eileen's Facebook page, she's involved in Satan worship, too.
Yeah.
And I really believe in my mind that that's where them kids are at.
Mm-hmm.
If I had the money, I'd fly to California and I would go to that house. But I don't have the money. But somebody there could go and look.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody in Bakersfield could go by there and look around. The house is for sale. All they'd have to do is be an interested buyer and take a look.
Right.
You know?
Right, yeah.
I sent you a video under a text message under a different name. I suggest you watch the video.
Okay.
And look up Jacqueline, I can't pronounce it. Look up Jacqueline, I'd have to have it in front of me to be able to spell it. But look up that name under Jacqueline and Charlie Project.
Okay.
Scroll down in the section and look at the picture of the suspect, and then go back to the video of this person interviewing the lady in person.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. You know what? Maybe because I do get a lot of calls and text messages from just numbers. So
Yeah.
if it don't have a name by that number, it's really hard for me to. I mean, I probably looked at it and go, okay, you know. So let me write down.
I will send it again if you need it again. I will send it again.
Yes, send it again. I'm gonna write.
Okay.
Yeah, let me write down.
I'll send it again.
Let me write down your number. So,
What?
I got it.
Okay.
Are you gonna send it from this number?
Yep.
Okay.
Bye.
All right. Thank you. Okay, family. I know you guys. Oh, let me thank you, Deb. Thank you for the super chat. I see the super sticker. Thank you for supporting this channel and Warriors for Children. Veronica says hello. She's in the building. She came in here, you guys. I got to go down there and find her. Thank you, Veronica. She says SP in the chat. I love you all. I love you guys too. Yes, thank you for the super chat. I'm feeling so much better today. Yes, I am.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, somebody told me to play that. Next time I'm gonna play it all the way through. They want to see Vito. Okay, I got it. Thank you, Betty. Betty said, play it now. Okay, Betty. Betty said, play it now. Thank you for the super chat, Betty. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you, lady. Thank you for the super chat.
Thank you. Thank you.
There we go. That's it. They wanted to see it all. So there you go. Yes, you guys should be proud of yourself. This is what happens when thank you, Kathy. This is what happens when you be when she said tenacious and perseverance, and you're just not going to stop, and you're not going to give up, and you're going to be knocking on the doors, and you're going to be coming through the windows, and you're going to be making them spoke up. People be like, I don't know why you're doing all that. Well, you know what? Because people will sweep it underneath the rug, and then 6 months later, y'all be sitting there going, well, what's going on? Well, we haven't heard anything. They're telling us to sit back and wait. We haven't heard anything. You can ask questions. I don't understand why some people be like, I don't know. We're just staying over here. And I mean, especially the boots on the grounds. I mean, you guys got the front line. And I want you guys to think about this because, I'm going to call some of the other channel holders, especially the ones that's in California. If it's United We Stand, then United We Stand. You don't gotta like me. We're fighting for the same cause and the reason or something. If we pay for Purple to go down there, is you guys gonna cover her and let her help search a look or whatever? Whatever we do, we all need to come together and stop fighting. Just stop fighting. That's what we need. Oh, Summer, thank you for the super chat. She says, love your work, 100% support from England. Thank you, England. Thank you, Suzanne. Thank you for the super chat. We got England in the building. Thank you for the super chat.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. And we got Keish. Keish Love is in the building. Thank you, Keish. Thank you, Keisha. Thank you for the super chat. Inspiration is in the building too. Inspirational is in the building. It just came right on up. Y'all know what y'all doing. Y'all know what you're doing. Inspirational. Thank you for the super chat. And we got Keisha in the building. She says, hello, SP and everyone. Much love. I really do believe we're getting somewhere with this case. I do too. I believe something's happening because you got to keep you guys. We gonna talk. We gonna talk. We gonna talk. Let me find this really nice one right here for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Woo! Okay, I know you guys are getting hot because he comes on like, and then he cracks that smile. So you know what time it is. This time it's getting hot. It's getting hot. Okay. So Deborah says if Jacqueline is adopted, it explains a lot. Well, it does. It does. I want you guys, if you got something to say, we've been 18 minutes in the hour already. I am going to share the link in the live. Let me do that. But here's the thing. You know what? We're going to have to get a little bit more professional, family. You know what I'm saying? I know some people's going, I don't like to show my face. Or, you know, here's the thing. Today's Wednesday. We usually do it on Wednesday. And yes, please don't forget the thumbs up as you come in the building. And if you're new, go ahead and click that button and subscribe to the channel. Because when we do pop-up videos or we get exclusives, guess what? You will get them first. Okay. If you want to come on the platform and you're not really comfortable with it, that's fine. But you guys, we're gonna have to start, and that's fine for today. But we're gonna have to start. If you want to come on the platform, please show your face. I don't like talking to a dot going boom, 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 boom. I mean, it's okay. You can call in. We don't have to look at no dot on the screen. But when we open up the platform, show your face or put a picture up there or something. You don't even have to put your picture. You can put a picture of, one of Charlie's Angels or something like that, Yeah. Let me see. Veronica's in the building. Let me get her. So if anybody want to come up, let me know, or I will shoot it on out there. Hold on. Veronica says, "Hey SP, I keep saying, and will continue to say, I appreciate you so much. Love your kids. Don't hurt them, folks." Thank you, Veronica Lynn. Thank you for the super chat. That's so sweet, Veronica. She told us that's what we do. We need to love our kids.
Thank you. Thank you.
Ooh, okay. So let's get into topic, family. Let's get into the topic. Let me grab this. So let me see. Let me email it, and then I will send it you guys' way. I know if you guys see me, I don't know. I can't see you when I do this. It looks like I can see you, but I can't. So I'm going to send it to the email. And okay, I'm back. Okay, you guys. So if anybody wants to come up on the channel, I'm gonna put it in the chat. Soon as I get it, let me go grab it. And that way, if you want to come up, come up. This will be the last time that if you don't have your face on there, that's fine. but put some picture. We got to get a little bit more professional because here's the thing. When we're talking to, like, oh, they gave it to me real quick, didn't they? Okay. Let me see here. Copy your, okay. Okay. Now, and we just need to start. We're warriors. You guys, we're warriors. So therefore, oh Lord, we can't be like, I'm scared to show my face. What do you mean? Why would you be scared? Okay, there we go. There it is right there, family. If you want to come up on the platform, just remember, if you can, show your face or show a picture. And if you can, and you just want to say something today, but on Wednesdays, I'm going to always open it up for the platform on Wednesdays because that is our long, long, long days. And we can get some information. And you guys need to get comfortable. You need to get comfortable with it. So I mean, if you just put the box up there, we'll accept it today. But come April, we just like a business. Come April the 1st on Wednesdays, you can come on the platform, but have a picture or show your face so that we know who we're talking to. And if you can't show your face, then that's the time that you can call in. Because just having a box up there going woo woo woo, I'd be like, oh my goodness, it's okay. But I know that we can. I know we can do better. I know we can. We got somebody coming in the building. I don't see him yet. Here we go. How you doing, Cheryl?
Hi, SP.
How
I'm
you
doing well. How
doing?
are you doing?
I'm doing fine.
Good.
What's
Don't
on your?
mind my. I just took a shower.
Oh, you're beautiful.
I was wondering. Oh, thank you. You are too. Thank you. I'm listening all the
Thank
way
you.
in New Jersey. So,
Okay.
yes. I was curious to see what anyone thought about, although it's far-fetched. I agree that it's kind of out there. If that woman that was in the other video truly was Jacqueline's mom, and maybe people out there are speculating perhaps Jacqueline is her daughter and there was like a name change or whatever. Do you think that, again, it's a stretch, but maybe it could have been like a witness protection thing? Like they had some thing going on in their family and it was needed for some reason?
It's not far fetched. I mean, anything is possible,
That's right. That's right.
but to get the whole community upset about two baby boys is going a little bit too far.
Yes, beyond too far.
Because when you think that if they wanted to be just a
Anonymous,
witness,
low
or
key.
yeah, they would just go ahead and do it, and then make allowances for them, and nobody would know, and they just say, well, we sent them to grandma, and they went to Aspen
Right. It
somewhere,
really, they wouldn't have anything to hide beyond that.
right, right.
It
But
was a
I mean, it's
head.
possible though. But are you saying this just because you had to take a look at someone that's allegedly that is Jacqueline's mother?
I did watch the other content creators video. I caught
Hmm.
it today, made up for it, missing it live. But I do think there was some resemblance, physical resemblance
Well,
between the women.
yeah, she does look like her, and I wish they would have
So,
looked at her ID.
oh, I
Did
would
they
have to
look at
her.
her ID? Because she
I
would
don't
have had
believe
her
so.
ID. See,
Right? She was willing to show pictures of her
she was
children.
showing all kind of stuff. She could have
You're
just
right.
showed her license or bill or something. Or did
Right.
anybody say, "Well, show me your light bill, or show me something with your name on it,
A piece
or
of
which
mail
kid?"
letter, a card. Yeah, someone mailed something to her. Yeah.
I mean, she seemed like, she seemed like a lady that she looked very suspicious, to be honest with you.
I agree. I think she was trying not to be and trying her best to remain casual and not, not knowing, oh, I don't know these people, how whatever she
Right,
kept saying. But
right,
I think the fact that she overemphasized that kind of was like a red flag. Like, how many times
right,
do you have to say it?
right,
You know?
right, right, right.
It's just a
And
shame. I saw someone in the chat earlier. I can't remember who they were to shout them out, but they said that today it marks 100 days they've been gone.
yes, yes. Actually, it is the 100th day, and KGET News had put out 4 releases of Orrin and Orson's news releases today. And I
Wow.
was so surprised and shocked. I mean, they're just going back to back to back to back. And I was like, okay, this one's 54 minutes. Now this one comes out 53 minutes. Now this one comes out 50 minutes. So I'm like, they're just pushing it on out there. And the sergeant, I don't think he calls himself a sergeant. He says that it's almost like playing poker. This case
Oh,
is like a poker
strategic.
uh strategy. It's like they move. And do you know how to play poker?
I don't. My fiance is into it, but it's not something I've ever learned.
Well, one thing about poker is you kind of have to bluff. If
Yes.
you don't have good hand, and when you do have a good hand, you bluff like you don't have a good hand. So that's the main key about poker. We got somebody else coming on the live. Let's invite them in. You ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Hey, Bruce, how's it going?
Hi, hello, hello.
Hi,
Hi,
Bruce.
It's nice to see you.
nice to see you too.
I know the last time you called me, Bruce, you were mad at me.
I wasn't mad at you. I just disagree
He was
with you.
fired up. I was mad at
What
you, SPN.
what
People,
did you agree
there's
with?
people out here that are doing dumb stuff, and they don't, and it's nothing against nobody. It's just that I'm a passionate person. That's
Okay. Okay.
I wasn't mad at you. It's just, I didn't agree with you, and I didn't agree with, I think it was Jenny, or I'm sorry. Like when somebody calls, and I'm not saying that she's not, because she lives down there, like,
Mm-hmm.
but she's the one that said that she had a saying from God that, basically, the kids were sleeping on a man's chest, like he was, like their dad. I, I just, there's no proof of that.
Well, yeah, but she was just sharing her vision with us. I mean, she wasn't saying it like it was an absolute fact. She was sharing it like it was a vision that she had seen or she dreamed, and she was just sharing her sighting. That's
Oh,
all.
and
I
there's nothing wrong with that.
No,
She's a nice lady.
Yes.
I think people want to believe, I'll just say either way or either side of the fence of the
Mm-hmm.
situation that these two little boys are in at this time. I think regardless, people want to hold out the hope that they're at peace in some way.
Yeah. Well, that 100-day mark is not good. And
No.
I know everybody looks at that. I mean, the hope is like, the police is, I don't know. I don't know. I
Well,
don't
I
know.
do think that like the pot is being stirred in some way. And like you said, back to your poker reference, people in the law enforcement out in Bakersfield, they may be keeping things tight knit, like close to the chest.
Right.
because there's some type of new, like, breaking information, and the news, like you said, the news channel did their repeating coverage of it today. And also back to what I had mentioned with the woman, am I allowed to say her that the other channel spoke with at her door or at her home?
Oh, the channel? I don't know.
Not the channel, the woman, like the suspected perhaps is Jacqueline's mom.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I believe her name is Cherry, and she said that even the news came to her residence.
Right.
You know, I understand they have to check in on everything, but that to me, I don't know, would they do that for just anybody or anything that came about? They probably haven't.
He said that every information that they get, they have to check it out. They have to, I guess the word was vetted.
Oh yeah, vet it.
And so that tells me that if you call up there and say that somebody's calling in, that you thought you seen them at Checkers, they have to go check. They have to. We've got somebody coming in the door on the live and on here, and we're going to give everybody a chance. Hold on. This is SP.
SP, my name is Linda Thompson. I live in Lubbock, Texas.
Yes.
And I was just wondering, and let me tell you, I think you're an angel from heaven, but I was just wondering, somebody on there, on your little chat thing said that if you would contact them, they could tell you where the boys were. So then the other lady, am I allowed to say any names? Text you or put a text on there to that girl, even though it was through your channel, that said if you know where the boys are, then call her. I'm sure she'll take a phone call without a picture. So I don't know if you managed to see that just a few minutes ago or not.
I did not see that.
Yeah, she said if you would contact her, she could tell you where the boys were. And so then the other lady said, well, it was Gigi because it was on the thing. She said, well, if you know where the boys are, just go ahead and call SP. I'm sure she'll take your phone call.
Yes.
So I didn't know if you saw that or not, so I just wanted to call real quick and see if you would scroll through there when you get time or whatever.
Okay. All right.
So anyway, you're truly an angel. I love watching you. You make me smile a lot sometimes. And keep the good work up, girl.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Now, whoever was in the chat that says that they know where the boys is, you can text the number if you know the number. This one. And and I will answer the phone. Let me share with you my number if you don't have
don't
it.
put it out here.
There's my number right there, just in case.
Don't put it out here on the chat.
Right. So,
how are you doing, Tracy?
Tracy Holbert is in the house.
Yes. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Bruce.
Go ahead, Tracy.
Okay, I just want to call in and I don't know if everybody or if anybody watched America's Most Wanted on Monday, and they had a segment with Orrin and Orson on there. So we're on their next. Like, we're doing a good job. We're worldwide now. I cried when I seen it, but they had a nice little segment about Orrin and Orson. So I just wanted to call in and just see if anybody watched it and see if they were tears like I was when it came on.
Yeah. Oh yes. I think that was the second time that they ran it though too.
Okay.
But they ran it like 2 weeks ago, and then they ran it again this last week.
Okay.
Or Monday.
Yes.
I think it was Monday or Tuesday.
It was, yeah. I think I watched it Monday, but I just watched the first episode, so it may have been from the first week.
Yeah. I was smiling. I was happy. And sometimes I was telling a friend today, we were talking about it, and I said, usually when you see a lot of this activity goes on, I believe, I don't know, I believe that they're getting close, or they're getting ready to do something, because now people are saying, hey, look here, I hate to say this, but they like to say, okay, we've been working on it. Here's this, here's this, here's this. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to explain it. It's just like, I don't know how to explain it. Like Christmas. You know what I'm saying?
You
Christmas is
anticipate
ready
it
to
for the
happen.
whole year, and then finally on Christmas Eve, then you start seeing, what you've been doing for the whole year, preparing for Christmas.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's like nesting and stuff. So I felt that way. That maybe that's just me, but I felt that way because they played one news clip, then another news clip, then another news clip, then another news clip, and I'm going. I said, I thought I seen that one. I clicked on. I said, I ain't seen that one. What are they talking about over here?
Right, because I think I seen three different news clips today, and I'm sure it's because of the 100-day, that they've been missing. But I know I've seen they've been like popping up, popping up, popping up.
Right.
So
But it's four.
it's four different ones.
It's four different ones, so you miss one.
I missed one.
Okay, Bruce, you got something else to say? We're gonna go,
Okay.
and everybody
I
can
missed
take their
all of them.
turn.
I'll have to find them.
Okay.
No,
Well, I'll leave and let somebody else come up.
All right, thank you, Tracy.
Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you, SP.
All right, thank
Yep.
you,
Thanks, SP.
thank you.
So I wasn't mad at you. Please don't think that, okay?
Okay, I'm
I hope
glad
you
you
don't think
wasn't.
that. I wasn't mad. I guess maybe at the time I wasn't thinking to, like, nobody can just come out actually and just speak about, because if one thing does get said that is true, uh, it could leak out to whoever. So
Right,
all
right.
right, thank you for letting me come up. Seriously, it's just that's how I am. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know,
Would you
but you
rather be
wanted.
active
I
or
can't
lawyer?
even remember the question, but you were upset that they wasn't saying anything, and it's kind of
They,
like,
you're right. That's what it was, and
yeah,
I just, but I get it. I get it. Like I said, it's so good. I'm passionate, and I want you to know, like, that's who I am, and I would do the same thing if somebody was doing bad towards you. I definitely would be like, hey, that is not cool, and you would see that side of me. And
right,
I hope that doesn't bother people, but I'm passionate about the boys.
yeah,
That's all.
yeah.
So
All right,
we'll let somebody else come up. Thank you.
all right. Thank you. Okay, somebody had called in. They must have got a little angry there. Um, so I'm glad to see Cheryl, Tracy, and Bruce came up on the platform, you guys. And Nancy says, Bruce, we were all upset. Yes, we was. Whoever that was, call in. Go ahead and call back in. There you go. This is SP.
Hi, SP. I don't know how to get my picture up there, but I'm just calling in.
Okay.
Remember when they had that drug bust? I think all of this is coming about after then, because I think a lot of that is connected. They're not saying, because I had watched a video that this girl that was trafficked with a certain channel. And I think I had mentioned that, and she had said that between the trafficking and everything, it goes along with the drug bust, and down through that way into Arizona, a lot of that is going on. And she's voice for kids, and she's on that particular channel, and she's speaking out, and she wants to always help these kids. She escaped when she was about 17, 18 years old. But she said it goes along, with the drug bust. And I was sitting here thinking, with that big drug bust, with all of the border patrol or whatever you call them.
Homeland Security.
Yeah, and I'm saying to myself, I wonder was those kids, been sent somewhere with that, because I think they have been going way within the last 9 months or so.
Right.
That's what my feelings are. And then when I seen that video today of that lady, and they asked her to show a picture of her daughter, and you want to see a picture of my mother? She never did show a picture of her daughter because they were asking about Jackie.
Mm-hmm.
And to me that lady just like Jacqueline. But I think it's all connected with that drug bust, and after that, that's when the authorities are just not saying anything because I think they want to keep it close.
Mm-hmm.
But I got the feeling that it's going to come out because all this stuff is, and like what you said the other night about the mayor didn't know anything about it.
Right.
Yeah. All of a sudden, all of this stuff is coming up.
Well, when I talked to the mayor, she said she knew all about Orrin and Orson situation. She actually told me that she speaks with the chief of police daily. She gets an update daily about because I was like, do you even know that these boys are missing? Do you know their names? And she was like, yes. She said, yes. I get updated daily on a daily basis with 2-3 other people, her boss. You know what I'm saying? Because I wanted to know, like you don't want something like this to go undone. And the main people that makes decisions in that town that has been elected say, I didn't know about what are you talking about? No, I want to know, do you know? Because like I told her, everybody seems to be comfortable. This is what
this girl was saying on that video that had been trafficked. She said, you got to look within the system. All of the systems and the police and this one and that one is all in cahoots with these kids trafficking. And I'm saying, oh my God. So that's what my thought is, and it's been on my mind ever since I looked at that video. And then with the drug bust, I said, oh please, because with the 2 adopted parents, they might have been into owing some big money. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
As far as drugs are concerned,
Right.
That's my thought.
Yep. Okay.
All right.
All right.
I'm gonna let you get back.
All right. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. She's right. She is definitely right. That was people dropping bombs left and right. They going out there. I was so proud. And I was just proud to see the ones that's down there with boots on the ground go another direction, because I think, they have exhausted everything over here out. Not saying that we don't keep an eye on it, but we needed to start looking at the other avenue, because I'm going to say something, but let me thank this person for giving us a super chat. Tina, I see you in the building. She says, this is from my granddaughter, Anna. She is 3.5 and loves the boys in super chat. She dances and sings super chat. Okay, Anna. Thank you for the super chat, Anna. Thank you for the super chat. She said she loved the boys. Which boys she loved? She loved these boys.
Thank you.
There we go.
Thank you.
Or do she love?
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm trying to find the one that she loves. You guys hold on. I'm trying to find the one she loves. That okay, I played 3 of them. It's got to be one of them. But that's for you, Anna. Um okay. Hey, this is SP.
Hi, Auntie. Are you still live?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm not going to keep you long in case somebody's trying to get in. I just wanted to call and tell you the other night when I was watching you. I watch you all the time, by the way.
Well, thank you.
I just love you.
I love you
But
too.
the other night you were very upset, and you had, you had a lot weighing on your shoulders from hearing about that letter. And but I just wanted to tell you something, SP.
Yes.
I was praying for you, and I called some friends to pray for you, so there could be 2 or 3 of us together.
Mm-hmm.
Because God said where 2 or 3 are gathered in His name, He is there also.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why I'm praying for you so hard, SP, is because God has a purpose why you're there where you're at right now. And you're going to reach people that you never thought you were going to reach. And He has plans for you, but you need to stay focused and don't let these things that are going to be thrown your way, don't let it take you down, because it really weighed heavy on you. And I saw that, and I said, that ain't nothing but Satan.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to throw spikes to, she was very upset to stop her from doing what she's doing. We can't let him do that.
Right.
And I've been watching you since all this began with the boys, and I watch a few others too, but I don't really like everything that goes on everywhere. But with you, I just felt led by the Spirit that God's like, pray for her, pray for her, pray for her. And I have been praying for you. A lot of my friends in church family have been praying for you, because what God has in store for you, SP, you can't see it now.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a lot more than what's happening right now. And as for the boys, I believe that every Christian on your channel that believes in Jesus Christ our Lord, we need to all come to agreement in one spirit, one body. And we need to all just give it to God and have faith in Him that He's going to bring these boys home, whether it's home with Him or home back to where He wants them to be. I can't imagine them going back to where they were, but I mean, only God knows where they belong. I don't know. But my focus ain't even really mainly just about the boys. My main focus was about you. I just want you to know that we're over here in Louisiana, not right next door to any of this.
Right.
But at the same time, we are right next to you,
Right.
because we serve the same God. We have the same Father, and you're my sister in Christ. So I want you to remember, when the burden gets heavy, lay it at Jesus' feet.
Yes.
Just lay it. Let Him take it. Don't let these people bring you down, SP.
Yes.
Because this ain't about letters and really who wrote the letters,
Right.
and races. This is about 2 beautiful little boys.
Exactly.
That something is not right, because 2 tiny boys like that are not going to just disappear, even in a few seconds. When he said he walked in and then he turned around and then, they weren't there, and he asked Jacqueline. Doesn't matter. Something's not right. And I don't know if someone took the boys. I don't know if they did something with the boys, but God knows.
Yep.
And
God
He's
does
going
know.
to use you as a vessel. And He's got everything marked out. But see, Satan don't want that to happen. He does not want you to be where you're at. He wants to shut those doors, shut those windows. We ain't gonna let that happen.
Right.
So when you get discouraged, give it to God.
Yes.
And I think you did well the other night, but I was concerned for you, and I stayed up praying for you because I knew the burden was heavy on you.
Thank you.
But so they were throwing other things in there, and I'm not even going to bring it up because it's not important.
Right.
But you know what I'm talking about. You know what it was.
Right.
And
yes.
that was to sidetrack you
yes.
from the mission that God has you on.
Yes.
Because it's not going to just stop with these boys.
Right.
You have something bigger in store for you.
Yes.
And the boys, you know, those are God's babies. And if you remember, Jesus told the disciples to bring the children to him.
Yes, he did.
Suffer the children unto him. Jesus didn't want them pushing the children away. Those are his babies.
Right.
So no matter what, those boys are going to be in God's hands, whether, you know, we find them today, tomorrow, or next month.
Right.
But it's going to happen. I think it's not going to be long. And but I just want you to stay focused. And before you start every, you know, when you come on air, I just want you to, even if it's 3 seconds, go to God in prayer. Let his peace guide you. Let his words come through your mouth. And don't let these people throw these things where you get off track.
Right.
We can do that later after, you know,
right.
God's done with you. I like the joke. Okay? Yeah. But I just want you to know we love you, and you're all over the state. People love you from all over.
Thank you.
And you keep doing what you're doing, and when they throw something at you, just remember you're part of God's army, and we can't be defeated.
Thank you. Yes, you're right. Thank you for that.
So you keep going, and you're doing a great job.
All righty. I will.
Okay. I love you, girl.
I love you too.
Okay. Bye.
Bye-bye. Sometimes I need stuff like that, you guys. I do. Ooh. Andrea Maxwell, thank you for the super chat. Thank you. I can't even grab that other one that was up there. Let me see who it was. I can probably, okay. Dominique Robertson, thank you for the super chat. Dominique Robertson, thank you for the super chat. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, family. I would like to know, do you guys think that we're getting somewhere with the case? What's going on? I'm going to read some of the chat, you guys. So, hey, Jenny, I see you in the building. SP, we are all in this together. Do you guys think that we can all come together as far as the channel holders and start, you know, like record? I know people be like, well, come on my channel, come on my channel, come on my channel, come on. Or I don't want you on my channel. I don't want such on my channel. I'm like, I don't, you know, I just think that we can probably just, hey, this is SP.
Hi, good evening, SP. It's Tina.
Hey,
you look
Tina.
Beautiful. I really love your hair.
Thank you.
You look amazing. So I wanted to say, I know you asked if anyone, like, what was anybody's idea about what's going on with the case. Do we think that we're getting anywhere?
Yes.
I've been wanting for so long to feel like someone had kidnapped them, you know, especially since, you know, there was a situation with the bio mom and me possibly thinking that maybe she had got her babies back, you know, and then just recently I've been starting to feel that because, you know, there is no new news, and Trudell and Jacqueline are really not speaking at all, and really neither are the bio parents, but what can they say? They don't know anything, you know, they've been shut out of the kids' lives. So the only people that would be able to say anything are the West, and none of them are really saying anything. The stuff that wants,
well, they are
putting, yeah, they are.
Let's talk about that for a little bit.
They're not saying anything that's leading us to know where the boys are, unless you know, the authorities, I feel, are going to have to be super creative within trying to get something. What I'm trying to say is I just give up. I feel like the boys are gone and that Trudell had, you know, he basically, you know, he's done something really awful with the kids. And the reason, what makes me feel this way is because he's not saying anything at all. You know, it'd be different if he say something, at least something.
Well,
the fact that he says nothing at all just makes me feel like he feels that if he says nothing at all, he'll never get caught because no body or bodies, then no case.
okay. Okay. So hold on for 1 minute. So I won't lose my thought. Hold on, because I got something to say to you. Okay. Valor, thank you for the super chat. She says, always here watching from Australia. Say little but learn a lot. Love you, SP. And then we got Jenny T. Thank you for the super chat. And then we go up to Jenny Cuddles and Kisses. SP, we all in this together. Thank you for the super chat. We got 3 in there. Thank you guys for the super chat. Oh, yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so you saying that you feel a little disappointed or you giving up in your heart a little bit because Trudell ain't said anything. That's what you said.
Much.
That's pretty much.
He's not
okay.
even giving like suggestions or, you know,
Okay.
like just, you know, even if it was nonsense or BS, at least he would be saying something. But the
Okay.
fact that it's a deliberate.
Okay. Here's the thing. If they have lawyered up, like some people says, allegedly, I do not know for sure. Nobody do not know for sure unless they told him so. But you can pretty much, you know, assume that if you were in that situation or your child was in that situation, you would lawyer up. Okay. So lawyers always going to tell you to not say anything. So that should not be surprising to anybody. Okay. See, what the lawyer tells the people to not say anything, he's defending his client. And so the less that he will say, the better off he'll be. But the state has to prove some evidence. He do not have to prove that he's innocent. They have to prove that he's guilty. And sometimes you cannot prove a person is guilty, but you can if they start speaking and talking and stuff. The attorney tells them to don't say anything. You know, you don't have to. Now, if you want to, you can. You know, if you want to, you can. But they advise you not to because you don't have to. So to get mad and give up because he won't speak, that's in almost 99.9 cases. The attorney's going to tell him to don't say nothing. That's not, you're just going to give up every time just because that's the way it is.
No, because I feel like an attorney would have spoken up for their clients. That's what attorneys.
An attorney don't have to speak either. He don't have to say nothing. They don't. They're not guilty. They can't tell them. They can't tell them they have to stay in Bakersfield. They can't tell them they can't go in the house. They can't tell them they can come and go as they please because right now they just like you and me. They're just like you and me. So why would they say something? Or why would they want to?
What attorneys are hired to do.
Now,
and the public obviously needs something. This is a very high.
They don't care about the public.
I don't even know a lawyer that wouldn't.
You what?
I don't know an attorney that wouldn't take the opportunity to represent innocent people on a high-profile case like this.
Okay.
And then speak to the public.
So, family, let me tell you right now. Let me tell you. Let me say this in a very, very nice way. My mother would tell me, you're going to have to live a little longer. The attorney's job is to protect his client. And the best way to protect his client is to tell him to shut up. That's every attorney that's protecting their client will tell them the best thing you can do is shut up.
But did you hear what I said? I'm not contesting what you're saying about the client himself.
No, but you said I don't.
I'm saying the attorney speaking. The attorneys have a way with words in which they can speak for clients without implicating anyone.
I heard what you're saying. And why would the attorney say something when he don't have to say anything? He's protecting his client. He will talk when the officials come to him to do public a service.
At the end of the day, I know I get what you're saying, and attorneys really don't. But I would think that in a high-profile case like this, with a family member being part of the NAACP, that they would have an attorney. Is there everything's okay? I don't want you to fall out your chair.
I'm not falling out my chair, but what I'm saying is,
do you have a problem with the way that I feel?
No, I'm saying that. I'm saying that attorney's job is to protect his client. He don't want his client to talk, and he don't have to talk. That's protecting his client, whether he feels that the client is guilty or not. The best thing he to do and his client to do is not to speak on it because they don't have to. That's the best way to protect his client. Period. Now, you want the attorney to speak, and the attorney is like, why should I? My client is not guilty. Speak on what? What do you want me to say? He's done already said the kids is missing on the 21st, and they don't know what happened. And Jacqueline says nobody knows, but we get in our feelings.
Deborah, don't be disrespectful, please. I'm calling in and I'm voicing my opinion
Okay.
and how I feel about the case. Not USP, I apologize. But I just think that people in the chat should be respectful. It's not a time to be, judgmental or insulting people. Don't be offensive.
And so what I was trying to say to you is, when the attorney telling the client not to speak, he's also going to tell. I mean, he's saying
he's also not going to
right.
speak.
He's also not going to speak because the more that he's trying to say, well, what was the story? So here's the story. Why would you tell us another story when you done already spoke? And now he's saying, my clients cannot speak to you anymore. I advised him not to speak to the public anymore, and he's not going to speak to the public. Matter of fact, we don't know if he even got an attorney. So, I mean, sometimes we'll speak on something for a whole hour, and it's only our assumption that somebody told us he has an attorney. Do you know that he has an attorney?
No, I do not know. Honestly, I don't think that they do.
Okay.
But it could be a possibility that they do, but I really don't know. My best guess to myself is that they don't.
Well, really see, that's what I'm saying. We don't know. Matter of fact, the last time John Walker was talking, John Walker was like, to his knowledge, he says, I don't think nobody's told me about them having an attorney. But we assume, because that would be something that we would do, and he probably do. I don't know. I assume that he does. But if he doesn't, he just ain't going to talk until he get good and ready. But I tell you what, I believe if he does speak, I believe if he do come out and speak now, things going to turn for the worse for this case. Because usually people do speak up when they actually have a real kidnapping or lost a child and they want the child back. And you have to be a little bit more transparent, no matter how much the public tears you up or whatever. But when you go and don't say nothing and don't go look, and yeah, it does look bad, but that's all it does. It look bad. Looks don't have nothing to do with going to court, and that's evidence. It just don't.
I would think that it would be nothing for a group of professionals like an attorney or what have you, some legal counsel, to get together with the family and put together a statement that is professional and would just be able to address the public, even if just the same way as the authorities do. But that hasn't happened here. There's been like releases of statements and stuff that hasn't been too professional. They've been very informal. And I just feel like, because in light of this, I really feel like the boys are just not here anymore. And I just really hope that the authorities are able to be creative in finding a way to implicate him or find out what actually happened to the boys. Because I feel like the silence is because if you don't say anything, then you cannot get caught. And as long as they don't say anything, they won't get caught, and there's no body.
Well, that seems like that's their plan. And you're right about that. That is their plan. But there is a thing called a paper trail. There's all kind of cameras. And they have to find little things can bring big things. Like, did they go to Wendy's and how many burgers did they buy on how many times they went to Wendy's and they only bought 4 burgers and there's 6 kids, 4 Happy Meals and 2 adult meals. I mean, you guys been doing this for a whole year? Okay. Not only that, do not get like discouraged, because you have to give it enough time so that they can exhaust all the tips and all any information that they have. And they're saying that they still got a whole bunch to go through. A whole bunch. And it's still coming in. They're still coming in. You know what I'm saying? So just because you don't hear from Trezell or his attorney, you just figure, oh, the boys are gone. I mean, 100 days.
They were saying that the boys had been in Bakersfield. They were searching Bakersfield. There was even a sighting, so-called it, the alleged sighting of the boys in Bakersfield. And that just, I didn't even understand that at that time, because it's like Bakersfield is such a small place. So if someone had taken some kids, and a lot of people know about it, it's just not a safe place to be. And when I chuckle or laugh, it's not because I'm sinister. I probably have a different way of expressing myself.
What's wrong?
So, no, because I see someone, it's like, oh, don't answer her calls anymore. She's laughing like she knows where the boys are.
Okay, so don't worry about the chat. But here's the thing though, and I can say this. When I got that call, and I'm only telling you the truth. Now, when I got the call that this particular person was at Statter Brothers in Palmsdale, I sit there and I listen, but as they were telling me the story, and I'm only telling you this, I know for a fact. Now, this was before the kids came up missing, but I know this person truly, truly believed without a doubt that she seen these kids, okay? And spoke to them and prayed with them and everything. And you know what? I really, before then, thought they were gone a long time ago. That's what I thought. I really did. I didn't say nothing, but I just thought, nobody probably ain't seen these kids since June or July or August or September. I mean, they just ain't seen them. But she said, no, SP. I know what I seen. I know for a fact. And that's the only thing that gives me hope, because I had to listen to that particular person. And right then I was like, I'm calling AV. I know it's late, but I'm calling AV. And because he's getting ready to go out of town. And I begged this person, come on. We got to call him. We got to call him right now, because he's not going to hear. So they got off the phone. I called him. He finally answered the phone call. And I said, AV, you got to hear this person, because you're not going to believe unless you hear from the particular person themselves. And so I was like, let's three-way and call. Well, he said he called. So he called, no answer, no answer. Then I got a call back, like, it's like, oh, you called? Okay. There's miscommunication there, but we got it all handled. I said, now let's all three get on the phone. That person said yes. What is it, Papa?
Am I supposed to get from the store?
Taco shells and salsa. You can get a tomato if you want. Thank you. And so when we called him, he was really happy too. He was like, you know what I'm saying? His whole energy changed. I mean, he still went on his trip, but his energy changed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
You okay, Carla?
Yes, I'm fine. I'm just listening to you. You were saying he was very happy that you contacted him about the lady.
Right. So, don't get discouraged because you don't hear from the person you want to hear from, because that's not how this works. You know what I'm saying? That's not how this works. But I do believe, you know what though? When I sit back and think, and I do want to share this with you, that's what I wanted to share with you at the beginning. I do believe Wanda is distancing herself from them because she said she worked all these years, 29 years, married for 30. She's drawing her pension. Her husband is a vet, disabled. She never got subsidies from welfare. She's never did foster care. And Trezell is the first. So that tells me she was not even probably in agreement with him getting these kids. This is why I tell people.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think that they were that close of a family to begin with. I don't think they were that
well,
close.
I think they're close, but I think Trezell let his wife or his woman, I don't know,
dictate the way they live.
Yeah, because women usually go out and say, I want some kids, and then be like, ooh, the money. You know what she said? My yard, And I'm going to tell you guys something. I do got something to share with you that we need to go back, and I need to go back over. I was going over it earlier today, and it will change some things. It may not change no things. Sometimes just certain things don't change nothing. But I rather get it together and then show it to you instead of tell it to you and everybody go running, and then they be like, oh, they don't really understand what I'm saying, because I can be misleading in conversation. But so let me get it together, and then we're gonna go over that. But because it might change some things. So we still got to do what we got to do. We still give them time to get some things together and still make those phone calls. You know what I'm saying? Because if this was your kids right now, you wouldn't give up. You wouldn't give up. You wouldn't give up.
I wouldn't give up.
Okay.
I'm not giving up still, but I'm just hoping that they're, like I said, they're very creative about finding ways that implicate him in some way so that they can have him in the corner and sit him down and really say, listen, we have some things, so just share with us what we need to know.
Right.
I want them to be able to put him into a corner, and Jacqueline as well, because I just, this has got to be over with. So I'm not giving up, but I am considering other outcomes at this point.
Caroline says, caller, keep your spirit up. Don't let Satan get you down.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. You too. Thank you, Carolina girl. Oh, before I get off the line, I want to say shout out to your mods. I think they're amazing, especially Soldier Girl. She's awesome. It's good to see you. And Freddie, I'm not sure, Freddie Johnson, Sanji, all of them, everybody's awesome. Sanji Watts. I appreciate you guys.
Thank you. They appreciate you too.
Yeah, thanks for taking my call. It feels good speaking with you and discussing that.
All righty. Thank you.
All right. Good night.
Good night. Okay, family. Was you guys behaving? Oh, we got. I don't know if I said always here watch from Australia. Okay, we got that one. I don't know. I don't know if I missed anybody. And you guys, we all are. People look at my facial expressions. You guys, yeah. I got 3, 4 things going on at the same time. Y'all be thinking y'all know me. Y'all don't know me. I can't get that off the board. Okay, I'm gonna have to do that. Y'all don't know me. I got all kind of stuff going on. Hey guys, child, how you doing? I see you in the building. Hey Joanne. Okay, Candy, what's going on? So I know it seems a little bit discouraging, but you guys, I believe the mayor came and said this case is not cold. The sergeant, he got on the news today and he said this case is far from being cold. That's what he said, you guys. Did he not say that? Then we can't just come over here and go, we just can't do that. Valerie says, I can read what cancers are thinking. Okay, Valerie. These boys were so, Joanna says. Okay. You guys got any information? I give you Wednesday, and you have to be very respectful. I'm trying to be respectful. I can get out of hand too. And so we're working on it. So if anybody felt any kind of way, I'm sorry. But, I am human. And sometimes I be trying to do certain things and try to make things work. You never know what people are going through. I'm going to tell you guys, looking at all the news today, it did make me feel good because I thought to myself, well, what's going on? Yeah, it's just some talk. Wasn't no new information come out, but that's where it starts. That's how you feel like somebody's doing something because somebody said, we're doing something. And then, oh, we're going to do an update. Monday come. Our update is we're not going to tell you anything. And then everybody's sitting back like, what? That's when you should have felt defeated. That's when you should have felt like, man, I guess they ain't looking because ain't no reason to look, But, I do believe that Bakersfield is doing a very good job. Soldier Girl said that was bad, SP. What was bad? Soldier Girl, what was bad? Let me see what you guys. They want them found. 3 senators have been murdered trying to expose CPS corruption. I get that. Okay, Marie says SP Jacqueline runs the show when Trezell said, yep, and not let the kids in the dirt. He was told that by Jacqueline. I felt like he was handpicked. She said, is it possible for me to play? I can play any of them. I don't remember how to do it, but I can do it. Which one you guys want to do? Let me see if I can do it real quick. If you want me to share one, I'll go into. Shoot, I don't have any of them saved. I would have to have it saved on here. Keisha, I would have to have it saved on here in my thing to go get it. And I don't have none of them saved. I could have saved them, but I don't have them. If I go to get it, the screen will be black. Tina says, if anyone wants to call in, please call in. This is your time, you guys. It's 21 minutes after the hour. What's on your mind? We're going to be respectful. We're going to try to be respectful. And you know what, you guys? And if somebody is short or something, you're going to have to give. You can't just be about yourself and your feelings because you don't know what the other person is going through. I've had 3 911 calls today, and they're very, very traumatic. So don't think you're the only ones feeling down about things. Everybody's going through some stuff. Go ahead, Betty. And actually, when we was on that phone call, the person that was buying my house called, and I literally had to hang up on him. I'm just telling you. Go ahead.
Good evening, SV. How are you?
I'm good.
I was listening to you and the other caller, and you made mention of something. We have been so focused on Trezell, but his mom basically was trying to set us right. You know, we go to her statement that she says you got it right, but you got it wrong.
Right.
And when I looked at that letter that she put out, she's right. She told us, she said, look, this is what me and my family did. And we all know we have one child most of the time that goes to the left. And we so busy focused on him, maybe because he's a male, I don't know. We will not, for whatever reason, that region will not touch Jacqueline or whatever her name is. When you mention Jacqueline, it'll come up for a second and then it goes fizzle. We don't stay on, I'm talking about the wife. We don't stay on her. I'm not talking about his mother. We stay so focused on him and maybe mention her. Well, yeah, she is this. What about her and her family? Because remember, if we go back and look at some of the videos, I don't like to say bio, but bio mom mentioned that when she got her kids or saw her kids, their hair was not combed and various things, and they were living in an environment that they didn't speak English. So who doesn't speak English? Jacqueline speaks English. Trezell speaks English. So were they visiting with Jacqueline's side of the family who was not speaking English? And it's time to start looking in that direction.
Remember, somebody said that on not the other party that I was talking about, but they were talking about another party that Jacqueline's mother was speaking in Spanish.
Exactly.
So that she can speak Spanish, because they couldn't understand what she was saying because she was speaking in Spanish. And that's probably what they were doing around her kids,
Exactly. And so we need to, everybody is, there's, when you accused of something, it is on the prosecution side to prove you guilty. You're not supposed to prove yourself guilty. You're not, if I did something, I'm not going to prove that I didn't do it.
Yeah.
That's for you to prove me that if I did it, I'm not going to tell you I did it.
Yeah.
And my lawyer better not say nothing. My lawyer tell me to shut up. That's what I'm supposed to do. And they're not going to say anything.
That's what I was trying to tell the young lady.
Yes, they're not going to talk. They've said as much as they're going to say. They didn't want to do that.
Yeah, they did.
Said that's all we're going to get from them.
Yeah.
Because as all of us know, they were doing what you call it, damage control. The kids were gone, and whoever, I could go a little further, but I won't throw that out there this evening. The whoever they made a deal with promised them that they would bring the kids back, or if you give me such and such, you get the kids, and that didn't happen. So time going on, and somebody inquired about the kids, whether they adopted them and they legally adopted, falsely adopted them, however they did it. Somebody inquired about them kids, and they had to come up with, oh my God, what are we going to do? Maybe his family inquired, hey, bringing the kids over for Christmas?
Right.
You don't know, because his mother is adamant about, look, this is what I did raising my kids. Stop putting me with my son.
Right.
Basically is what she's saying. I mean, that's not her words, everyone. I'm surmising, I'm summation it. I do not want to be put with this. I'm tired of it. My son made this decision, him and his wife.
Yes.
Girlfriend, whatever she is, and the mother acknowledges whoever she is, but that has nothing to do with us. Yeah, exactly. We need to start digging a little more about the wife, because we so quick to keep staying on him. His family basically, just like his family stepped up and said, they spoke.
Right.
He ain't gonna say nothing because he got to stand with his wife. But his mother has said, stay away from us. We're not the problem. It's my son and his wife.
Right.
Yeah, that's how,
That's how I perceived it.
And if the law is looking, we got to be patient. I believe that these kids are somewhere, and I just pray daily that they're being taken care of rightly. I wouldn't even put it past them, like we called the other day, that they're not with their bio family.
Right.
I'm not gonna put it past them.
Right.
I'm not.
Right.
Maybe they went for a visit and didn't come back. Maybe some kind of agreement. Yeah, okay, you can come and get them for a day, and they never return.
Exactly.
We don't know. We all are 100 days sounds bad, but we always want to keep hope up alive.
Yeah, out of the 100 days, they're now coming out and recognizing and putting them on the news. This is not the time to get down. I mean, the down was the 99, 99 days we were in it. That was when we should. Like nobody was saying nothing. It wasn't putting nothing on the news. Nobody speaking on it. No, we didn't even know where Wanda and them lived. And when we finally found out where Wanda and them lived, everybody was just kumbaya and running around, getting ready to get themselves in some trouble.
Yes.
That's what was going to happen. They were getting ready to get themselves in trouble because some of them was, I wouldn't say amateur, but you know what I'm saying. They'd never done nothing like this before. So their adrenaline was pumping and they just wanted to do something. And so that was the time to be sad. But now that they're speaking on the boys and they're speaking on them, and they did 4 of them all in 1 hour. And I'm thinking to myself, wow, they must have something, because most of the time people don't use, like they don't even acknowledge you until something's finna happen. When something finna happen, it's like, we've been talking on the boys, and here we're gonna give you, and what all do we know, and here's the chief, and here's such and such, and here's the reporter such and such, and they go, okay, because they wasn't doing that before. They were just, we're not saying anything.
I want to commend you on something as well, because you kind of talked about it and then you kept on going. How is it that someone who lives in the center of the United States could call down to stay with me, call people, and I'm gonna get off. Call to California, speak with the mayor. And, don't laugh. So we must really, continue to support you. How can you know what I'm saying? You live in Kansas.
Girl, I was kicking down doors, knocking out windows. Okay. Where them babies at?
And so I'm sure when the mayor answered the phone, this would have been my thought. Well, thank you for calling. And where are you calling from? And you say Kansas. Excuse me, what does that have to do with you?
That's what she said too. That's what she said. What does it have to do with you? You in Kansas.
Exactly.
Matter of fact, when she called me back, she called me by my government name, and I was like, listen to this. I was like, hello? And she was like, can I speak to such and such? And I was like, you have the wrong number. And she was like, this is not such and such. And I was like, I don't know.
Exactly.
I said, who's calling? And then she said, this is the mayor of Bakersfield. I said, oh, here I am.
Exactly.
I thought it was a bill, girl. I thought it was a bill trying to call me.
Exactly. And so when people running out and snatching your stuff and clipping it to their page. Nobody is doing the footwork that you're doing for Orrin and Orson, Classic and Sincere. No one else is doing this footwork. Who would? I'm just saying, there's something to think about. I know the news reporters are like, how she get? Who was this? How'd you get this? I'm just saying. But see, here's the thing, and I promise you, I'm hanging up. You know, I say it all the time.
Yeah.
If God be for you, who can be against you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Can't nobody come against a child of God. And I know people on the line, we don't need to, yes, we do. We need to stay encouraged, because when it gets dark, he tells us, weeping may do it for a night, but there's joy in the morning, and the morning will come.
Right. Right.
The sun does shine. Whether it's a cloudy, there's still the sun peeks through. We must stay vigilant and believe that God is on. It's a lot going on. I mean, it's a lot going on in that area, and these little boys is just a part of it. They just a part of it, and I pray whoever's connected, you know, let the chips fall where they may. But I have some thoughts that we may be looking, and we definitely have been looking too close to the father, the adoptive father. We need to look at that mother too.
Exactly. And I think AV and them went out there today to the her mom, or her allegedly supposed to be her mom's house today, and so they're going another direction. And I was so happy to see that they took interest in that. Like, okay, if the doors are shut over here, or you're not getting answers, you go to the back door, you know, go this way, go that way, go through the window or whatever. And when I seen that, I was just so proud of him. I really was.
You know how people say, you know, for a while the West has tried to stand behind. She did. She stood behind her son for as long as she could. But when it starts affecting your other children and their livelihood and and they have worked hard, and maybe this child he the beat, you know, I'm gonna make some beats or whatever, and you can't allow one bad apple to spoil the rest of them.
Exactly.
So she did. She came out. We've been saying, I was one too to say, well, she took too long. But after I sat back and dissected it, she took as long as it needed to really try to get her son to talk to her. And every time she did, because you know, as parents, that's what we do. Come on here, child. Tell me what's really going on. I don't. And every time he would tell her the same little foolery story he told the news media and us, and she was like, I can't keep going down this road with you. My whole life is crumbling, and I don't have anything to do with what y'all did. That was y'all's choice. We never did this. She said it. I never had foster kids.
Right.
She didn't ever say she didn't own. She said she owned businesses. They kind of, you know, when we all have had businesses that have failed in some kind of way. But yeah, we need to turn our attention to not only the adopted mom. We need to figure out there's other people out there too.
Right. Exactly.
So yeah. But thank you for taking my call. I didn't know how to come up on the panel, so I'll have to work that out another time. But it was nice speaking with you, SPS, always.
All right. It was nice speaking to you too. Thank you.
All right. Have a blessed evening. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye. I want to thank everybody before I answer this phone call. Okay. Could you hold on for a minute, caller? I want to thank Keisha. I want to thank Keisha twice. She says, thank you, SP. I appreciate your lives. And I also agree with you when you said that everyone needs to stick together, stay focused, love, prayers, love. All we need is love. Thank you, Keisha. Thank you. And I do want to thank, let me see, Informational Man. You guys, if he's still in the chat, you guys, he has a channel. And if you're always looking for a man's perspective on things, you can go over to his channel and, subscribe to his channel. But Informational Man comes in here time. I go over there and I get some insight of just asking questions. So that's a man's perspective. You guys, Information Man Show. Check him out. Let me do the super chat real quick. And thank you guys for the super chat.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, we got to get one more in there. Barbara, thank you for the super chat. We do it real quick. I see you in the building, Barbara. Thank you for the super chat.
Thank you. Thank you.
Nasty.
My babies love it. I have a daycare and they love it.
Oh yeah. I'm trying to put one together just for the babies. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, Colin.
Oh, okay. First I want to commend you and say I love your show. My name is Black Sugar.
Okay, Black Sugar.
I've been in the bushes for a little while. I just kind of stayed and get in there periodically.
Mm-hmm.
The last time I called was a while back, but I was always I didn't really always understand why is it that this family was so adamant on and confident in what they believed. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now I know that my problem with Rosette, his name is Roselle, was he brought all this to his mama's house. And I have 4 boys, and no matter what happens, of course, they always run back to mama.
Mm-hmm.
They married and everything, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So he brought all this to his mama's house. So his mama is in a situation where you should believe her son, what's going on. She doesn't know everything that's going on. She's doing what she can for her son, but really don't know exactly what's going on because he's only believing what he tells her.
Mm-hmm.
The caller before, I think we called before that, had brought up a good point that where is her family at? Okay. And why is it that we are not able to find much information on her? Well, I still sat back and thought about it for a minute and I'm analyzing. I said, well, what if something else is going on bigger than what we think? Okay. Which I really do think it is. I don't think the biological family really has anything to do with it. But I think it, like everybody else, it all centers around the marriage, the foster parents or the adopted parents. Okay. What if they were involved in something that got them in a whole lot of trouble? They gave up these children and couldn't get them back. I don't believe them kids were ever in California City. I think everything happened in Bakerville, and I'm so glad that they took over and brought everything back. It was kind of good that they went back to Bakerville, as a matter of fact, you know what I'm saying, to his mama's house.
Mm-hmm.
My point is this. What if she's hiding something? He's hiding something that nobody knows about because the way this whole system works, the foster care system, the housing, all that seems to work in some kind of an order. They got the kids. They had all these kids in this apartment. Then they got this house. They under corrupt circumstances, they got this house. Mm-hmm. That was a cover up. They covered up how they got the kids. They covered up how they got the house. And now this is a big old cover up how these kids came on missing.
Right.
So my thing is, and now the FBI is more involved than they were before, I believe, because now I think they're getting more of evidence. And this whole thing that the mama had to come out with a statement 100 days late was because the heat is on now.
Mm-hmm.
That's my theory and how I addressed it. But my thing is, this is the question that I have for you. Did you say the other day or sometime back, I'm not sure, that they are not at mom's house anymore?
No, I said that I showed a picture of the house. Mm-hmm. Everything was cleaned up. The picture that the young lady had took, and I'm glad that you brought that up because the picture that the lady took was from the garage to the front. The yard is clean. Everything. I mean, it just looks like a whole different yard. Everything just peaceful. The cars are moved, but so we're like, have they moved? It was a question. I think it's at the 33.30 mark, and then at 48-minute mark, you can find It's a question like, did they move? We don't know. That's what I said. Are you talking about Wanda moving?
Yeah.
Okay, we don't know. All we know is they're putting up different accounts in Wanda West's name. That's new accounts at Jacqueline's name too, and they're all supposed to be somewhere at these apartment. They're not apartment complex. They're apartments like duplex.
Duplexes
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Yeah, and but we don't know. But so a lot of people was like, you said that she moved. No, I didn't say she moved. I said, is it possible that she had moved, or they're moving, or they went away for a while, or they taking a vacation or something, or something's going on because she's gotten really cocky because guess what? They're not coming to the house. We've got eyes on the house. I've got pictures. I've got pictures of the house today too. Now let me tell you what happened last night. And I tried to tell the person that gave me the pictures, I was like, they were like, no, they're gone, they're gone, they're gone. And I was like, no, because I see something different in the picture. The first picture is at night, and there's a light on in the living room area, okay? Which none of this don't really even matter really if they're gone or not, but for just people wanting to know, there was a light on, and I do got the picture. And so I tell the young lady, somebody's there. Well, they could have electric light that comes on or whatever. I mean, think SB. I said, yes, I understand that. But the curtains is out, so you can see the light. And then later on that evening, the blinds are down. That morning, the blinds are down.
So there's movement in the house.
There's movement. One of the chairs was sitting right next to the door. And then later on, the chair is backed up against the door. Like somebody want to hear if somebody tries to come in. Like there is somebody in the house, but it's no activity really going in the house. Like somebody's living there, going outside, they're taking out the trash, going to the mailbox, going down to the store, all that other stuff that they used to do. We got eyes on the house. So that movement has stopped.
I got another question for you. Do you think they have put these people in hiding?
No.
It's okay. The other question is, are the Grizel and Jackie, are they still together? Are they still staying in the same house?
Yeah.
They are still in the same house?
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you think?
I think, honestly, there is a whole something else going on with this kid, with this family.
Well, the worst thing they can do right now is divide themselves amongst each other. If Jackie go one thing, somebody going to jail, we would have known where them babies at. Because first one talk is going to be first one walk.
I already said that, but they never. I still don't understand why they didn't get some kind of arrest. Just arrest from the poor fact that they're lying and they know they're lying. I understand what you were saying before. You want to leave them out there to see if they make any mistakes or see if they divide between the family and amongst each other, but they haven't done any of that.
Well, it's more to it than that. They can hear something, who contact them, things like what if
they're waiting on activity that incriminates them.
Some of that could happen, I wouldn't, if I was the chief of police, I wouldn't arrest them for something small. Why do you want a guppy when you can go get the whole bass?
You said that before, and I thought about that, but I also thought about this. I thought about if you brought them in and questioned them. I mean, you don't have to keep them. You don't have to put out an arrest. You just want to question them to the point where they would give up some information. But this family ain't giving them nothing. Well, and I'm sure they've been in for questioning at some point. You said something about a lie detector test at one point. They never said if they passed it or they didn't pass it, they didn't take it or they didn't take it. It's just
Chief John said he said it's just frankly it would be, he said it was a tool. Quote, these is his words. He said it'd be good to have. They did ask them. He says, but we don't have it. That tells you that they asked them, but they said no.
Okay.
That's what that tells me.
Yeah.
Now that don't have to be true. They could have said, somebody was like, they don't have the test there in Bakersfield. So, like sometimes like you go over it and over it and over and over and over, like the things that is just, like you can't make a person take the test.
No, you can't. No, and plus it's not even admissible in court once they do get it. It's just a tool, like you said before. But I just feel something else is bigger than what we're thinking. I think this thing is really much bigger than what we think it, because they seem like they're hiding so much stuff. And the order that this whole thing went down, I'm talking about from the point that they took the baby from the adopted, from the biological mom, to how they got adopted, to the whole situation in Bakersfield, to them getting the house over in California City. All that is so fraudulent to me that I think it's just something other than what we're thinking. I think it's just something bigger. It's not as simple as them being kidnapped. No.
Right. And you know what? And you know what? To be honest with you, somebody gave me some information today, and I was looking at it. First, I couldn't understand what the young lady was talking about, and I was like, no, no, no. She was like, yeah, 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 and I was like, no, no, no. She was like, yeah, yeah, yeah. She was like, listen. I was like, you listening? I was like, something told me to shut up. Some say, shut up, SP. She's trying to tell you something, and maybe you're not understanding. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna shut up now. Tell me, okay, let me go and see what you're talking about. And I seen something that we hadn't seen before. I mean, it may not make a difference, but I was like, okay, there's actually three things that we didn't see before that I would like to share. It may not make a difference, but what people don't understand, little things sometimes can make a difference in what you think happened.
In the scheme of things.
Yeah. So there's three things that I didn't have time today to get it together. I want to calm down because I had just got off work, stayed up 3-4 hours after working my 10. No, I didn't work a 10. I worked a 7. I'm sorry, 7. Stayed up 3 more hours, and I still haven't went to sleep yet. But once I get it together, we're gonna have a live. I think we're gonna probably have to do it on a Saturday, Sunday, because it's going to be hard to see, and then I'm going to have to show everybody this and show everybody that and say, see what I'm saying, and here's the original, and see what I'm saying. And it may make a difference, it may not make a difference, but I want to share because some of the information that we were fed at the beginning is not so.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and it does, and one thing, it does change the narrative. It does.
Yeah, one thing can change the whole narrative of the whole ball game, and that's what I'm saying. That's why I kept on saying in the beginning, what am I missing? Lord, what am I missing?
Yeah,
this is not making any sense.
Yeah, one of the things that I seen changed the whole narrative, and I'm like, I'm not even going to speak on it right now because people go running, you know.
I don't want you to get yourself in trouble. I don't want anybody running.
You know, I will. Girl, my phone will be blowing up all night.
Yeah, I know. And I know it worries you, and I'm praying for you, but I'm so glad that you're staying on top of this. You need your own talk show. You need your own investigation show on TV.
You know, we try. I feel bad when the young lady called in because, you know, sometimes we're trying to stay upbeat and positive. And, you know, I know a lot of people think it's false hope, but sometimes I can't hear. I just don't want to hear they're gone. I just don't want to even hear
Nobody does. Nobody does. And I don't believe that they're gone myself. I think they're still around here. But nobody does. But I want to commend you just for having the spirit that you have to even do this. you have a good spirit. I swear, oh my Lord is blessing you some kind of a way because you're going to have you have a good spirit.
Thank you.
You have a wonderful spirit because nobody could do this. God just put you here just to do this.
You think so?
Yes, I do.
I like
yes, I do.
I like our family and I like our group and I like what we stand for.
I love it. It's a light of my day. Now I'll be going to school soon here and I ain't gonna have that much time, but I will be watching this. I've been following you for a while from case to case. You just have a good spirit about yourself. Yeah. Even when I've searched other channels and some channels I just like, oh, I can't do that.
Right.
Get in the spirit. No, I cannot do that. I'll turn it off. I'll go right back to SP, and that's where I just stick and stay. But God knows you have a place in this world, and I commend you for that. Okay, love you. I'm not going to hold up your channel much more. I'll go back in the bushes and just sit around.
All right. Thank you.
Love you. Bye bye.
Love you.
Okay.
Bye bye. What's going in the chat with Mr. Rooster? What y'all doing to Mr. Rooster? Hey, Robin Gary, how you doing? What y'all doing to Mr. Rooster? Y'all doing something to Mr. Rooster. Hey, this is SP.
Hey, SP, this is Bruce again.
How you doing?
I just wanted like the last caller, the lady that was just on. Like even like if you think about it, like okay, say that they get a neglect charge or something, okay? Like they'd be able to bail themselves right out.
Mm-hmm.
If you get a bigger charge, like obviously that would be the obvious thing, if the parents are found guilty,
Mm-hmm.
not guilty. But you would obviously, what you do is the reason you leave them out is because, it is possible that, okay, people are out looking and then all of a sudden they're like, okay, well, maybe I might have to move them to another spot or move, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, so you just keep surveillancing and doing stuff, all right? But when the stuff goes down, and that goes for anybody, like if anybody's a part of that knows about something, all right, they're all going to get it. It isn't just going to be, it could be two, it could be just one, but you get them on a bigger charge. The feds have always done stuff like that when, you're watching and watching and watching. You'll let a case go 6 to 8 months and, and then it comes into that year and boom, they got the evidence that they need. And, if you get them on a bigger charge, like, and I'm not suggesting this, like, because I believe that the children are still alive, and I think positive like that.
Right.
But if they are passed away, and somebody did do something to them, foul play, by murder, they're not going to be able to get out because a bail, for one, you're not going to get out on an arraignment. You're going to have to go through big channels. In this case, how big it is, if something really did happen to those kids and whoever gets in trouble, they're going to put a big charge against them. They're not going to put some, and I'm not saying neglect, they neglected those kids, obviously.
Right. You're right. You know what, Bruce? You know what just ran through my head? That last caller that was on here, she asked me a question like, do you think that the kids is in FBI protective custody? And I said no. But one thing that keeps going in my head is, we want to give Wanda the respect that she at least said something, and all the things that she said is true, that you worked 29 years, married for 30, you was a teacher, you never got welfare or food stamps and got government cheese and things of that nature. She's so proud and cocky about it or whatever, but she said that the kids was in FBI. It was just wrenching for us to put our four kids in FBI protective custody. That's not true.
Right.
That is not true.
That isn't true. That CPS is.
So if she can lie like that and everybody knows, can she be a habitual liar and it's just not true?
Yeah. But it's possible too, and I'm not saying.
Or is she telling the truth?
Defense lawyers. But that's the defense lawyers too. Listen, like if somebody goes, okay, well, my client did bust that window, did take a bunch of stuff, his family needed food, whatever. Okay, it don't matter. Like, it's what it is. I just think if she could do that, you're right. She could just absolutely know something.
Throw something in there, and we're just like, oh, and we're glad. Okay, she worked, and yeah, everything that she said is true. But
how do we know that she's not on disability? Nobody knows. And I'm not saying that she is. I'm just saying.
Right.
It's like.
And I've never heard of the FBI taking kids in custody and not the parents.
I've never heard of that either. I've never heard of that.
They took the kids and put them in protective custody and not the parents.
It's weird. Because when she said that, and then I was watching. I heard Amanda bring up the CPS thing. I honestly believe that. I'm not going to lie here. I honestly believe that maybe the FBI said, okay, maybe we need to call over. I just didn't think that. I was actually thinking maybe the FBI put him in. Okay, now the truth obviously came out as about the kids, the other 4 kids, because we definitely don't want 4 other kids to all of a sudden just disappear because we got 2 now. Which is a smart move.
But what's the ideal of putting them in FBI protective custody, and then you come on in an email and tell everybody they're in FBI protective custody? That's just like saying, I'm a private investigator. Well, what's so private about it after I told you? It's not private. See what I'm saying? You're supposed to do.
The thing that Wanda said that was brought up by one of the callers. You got it right, but you got it wrong. Remember when she said that to Crenshaw?
Right.
And I'm telling you, I'm still like, I'm fumbled. Like, I'm still like, I don't know what to think. Like, I really don't understand what she means. You got it right, but you got it wrong. Like, like you just said, Wanda could basically be lying straight to our face and know something, or Wanda doesn't know, or the grandfather don't know a darn thing.
Right.
And like you said, they're moving away in a way. If you think about it, they're moving away because our son. All right. But yeah, so they're moving away. As you said earlier. So that kind of got to me is, all right, she didn't want Trezell or Jacqueline adopting the 2 boys. So I don't know. I'm still stuck on that thing that she said, and I don't know.
Okay, that's if you.
I just don't. Okay. I don't understand. You got it right, but you got it wrong. I don't get that.
Well, okay. So since
Maybe
you don't,
it's just me.
If you don't believe that's true, now let's look at the scenario if it was true, because we don't know. So what if the FBI do have the kids in protective custody?
Okay.
I mean, because everything is always allegedly and it's a possibility. What if she said exactly what she said to maybe warn somebody? Oh, the FBI is
You're
watching.
trying to throw somebody off or something. That's where I'm kind of getting at.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe everybody else it gets that message, and I'm not saying that you're wrong at all. This could be a throw-off. The FBI might have those kids. But if they're the other ones were foster kids, right? So I guess CPS could just take them because 2 little boys are missing.
Or maybe she said it so when the kids get older, somebody is putting out here that, they see this and she'll say, no, this is what I said, kids. You guys, you had to be in protective custody by the FBI because something's this, instead of saying you were in protective custody because of we messing up some stuff. your daddy messing up some stuff out here,
And Amanda just said, what is it? Protective custody is through CPS as far as what the CPS says, spokesperson of the CPS. listen, hopefully I'll get that, but it's but as of right now, it's just like I said, it could be a throw off too. So I'm gonna let you go. I just wanted to call and hear what I said at the beginning. So thank you.
Thank you. You guys, I'm gonna say this because I was just sitting here and I'm thinking, because somebody wrote in here, I was just reading it, and they say, well, the FBI might ask CPS to take children. So if CPS had the kids and they're still worried about somebody taking those kids, well, they might have somebody protecting where they're at. Like, oh, we're scared they're gonna come and get those kids. Could that possibly be true? Somebody talking about that Dr. Penis look high. Money makes people do crazy things. She said poker. Okay. I don't trust nobody in this case. I got you. You got it right, but you got it wrong, and you will be sorry. It was a threat. When she said that, you got it right. You should be looking for the kids, but you got it wrong. They ain't here. You're going to be sorry because you're doing all this accusing and you're not looking the other direction. That's how I took it. That's how I took it. I believe that the West are being threatened openly, secretly, and they are aware. His arm crossed through the entire interview. It's a Masonic gesture. Well, what about her statement? They at your house. Yeah, I was going to upload that, so I was going to keep sharing that with you guys, but I just wanted to hear you guys' feedback tonight and question everything and everybody. Okay. Oh, she's talking to you. SP, I heard a very reliable source. That isn't what happens. Somebody's at my door. Oh, I need to get the key to the house. Hold on. Hold on, you guys. Okay. I don't know. Mark, is he here? No, he's not here. Of course. Yeah. Okay, family. I'm sorry. I am going to. Oh, Tweety, she says something. You guys doing stuff and I don't even know it. I'm gonna get off of here. I might come on later tonight. We gonna just chill. Let me see. US mods. You love USP, mods and family. Here to support Warriors for Children. Let's get our boys back. Classic consistent. Yeah, we're gonna have to figure out what we're gonna do. Thank you, Tweety D. Thank you for the super chat.
No room.
So what about the shed?
Do you have the key?
You got the key.
I gave you the keys back.
Yeah, it's in my room on the desk. You don't want to?
I'm tired.
I'm tired too.
We almost.
Boy.
2 houses.
Well, does it look okay?
You said the key in your door?
No, not in the door, on the desk. She was disrespectful. Who was disrespectful? Thank you for the super chat.
Thank you.
What?
Said that room is shut.
Oh, he took the key then.
you.
Whew, you guys, my kids is over here moving and stuff, and I told you. All right, you guys. I'm gonna call it a night. I hope that we can get some answers. Some things gonna change. Some things is getting ready to change. Hopefully, today is Wednesday. If I come on tomorrow, I have it done, but I don't think I'm gonna have it done because I'm tired and I'm drained and I can't even look at nothing else. So just be looking forward to it, maybe Friday or something. I don't know if I get it and got nothing going on, but I know I do. I know I'm gonna have some stuff to do tomorrow because tomorrow's what, the 31st. And so we need to have everything cleaned out the house. So trying to get that actually got it sold, but I got to get it cleaned. So I will see you guys Friday, and you guys be good, be safe, you guys, be nice to each other. Make sure thank you everybody that donated. Thank everybody for coming in this evening and rocking with us. We were all over the place, but it is what it is. There was a lot of information. I want to go over some of it, but I want to take my time and go over it. We're just gonna piece it. We're gonna piece it all. All right, you guys. Let's check out some of this. What they saying over here. Let's see. He says, I always like to hear when they got all ecstatic. Let me see. He says, this is what he said, you guys.
There is one thing, I don't think anyone asked about this, but when I first met the biological mother of the two boys, she had mentioned how one of them had a broken femur. This was a couple of years ago. I know I saw it on the Attorney General's website as well, that Oren had a broken femur, the biggest bone in the body in his leg. Did the adoptive parents in that interview, did the bone heal at that point? Does he still?
Yeah, it had been years prior. I think even prior to them adopting the kids. So that was, to the best of my knowledge, that was ruled as an accident. That there was no, I'm sure there was an investigation done by Children's Services, and they found no misconduct.
Okay. No misconduct with the biological mother?
Yeah, with anybody. I believe, to the best of my knowledge, it was just ruled, an accident. That he broke his leg, he fell down somehow, and he broke his leg. However, that would be a good way to identify.